automatically send emails on customer feedback form submission. So assume that you have created a customer feedback form in Google Forms, and every time the feedback is received via form submission, I will tell you how to automatically reply to your customers without doing anything manually. And the best part here is, if you have received a negative feedback, an email will be composed accordingly and will be sent to your customers. And if you have received a positive feedback, again a different email will be composed and sent automatically. Sounds interesting, right? Do you also want to automate this process? Come with me and I will show you the whole process step by step. So here you can notice I have created this form, and in order to automate this process, I'll have to integrate Google Forms and Gmail application. And I'm going to integrate these two with the Pabbly Connect. Well, it is an integration and automation software, and here you can notice I am an existing user, so I am already logged in. You can also create your free account in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Now, once you will reach to the dashboard, click on this blue button that is create workflow firstly, and then provide a random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I'm going to provide the name something like when form is submitted, then auto reply to customer based on rating received. Okay, I'm providing this particular name. And let me also correct the spelling of customer. Okay, alright, so I'm going to apply the name as when form is submitted, auto reply to customer based on rating received. Okay, now click on create, and then you will notice 2 boxes in front of you. So these are called as trigger and action, and here the trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. So according to our use case, whenever any new form is submitted in Google Forms application, okay, I'll have to search Google Forms here, then automatically reply to the customer via Gmail application. So that is why in the action application, in the action step, I will search for the Gmail. Okay, now the idea here is I am going to connect these 2 applications, basically Google Forms and Gmail, one by one with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so firstly I will select the trigger event, that is new form response is received. Okay, so what will happen every time a new response is received in Google Forms, the details of form submission will be received via Pabbly Connect dashboard. Okay, so how I am going to build the connection, here you can notice it has provided me a webhook URL and few set of instructions. Okay, so kindly read these instructions carefully and follow them one by one. Okay, so firstly you'll have to copy this webhook URL, and in order to build the connection in Google Forms and Pabbly Connect, we will use the spreadsheet which is associated with this particular form. Okay, so you can visit the sheet from here. Alright, so this is my spreadsheet. Here you can notice customer feedback form. Okay, and before I build any connection in this spreadsheet and Pabbly Connect, okay, I can also close this landing page. So before I connect to these 2 applications, firstly I am going to make a dummy submission via this particular form. Okay, I hope everything is visible to you because I have maximized my screen. Okay, so this is my form. I am going to preview this form, and then I am going to make a dummy submission using some dummy details, and after that we will integrate these 2. Okay, alright, so I have provided the name as dummy user, email address as demo@pabblytudes.com, and assume that the person is filling out this form in order to give a feedback for restaurant. Okay, which restaurant branch you have visited, Delhi, Gurgaon or Noida. Okay, so I have selected Delhi, and here you can notice give us a rating based on experience. So assume that the customer is not actually satisfied, he is disappointed, and that is why he is providing you the feedback with the 2 rating. Okay, I am going to submit this form, and you will see the data will be collected in spreadsheet. Now, as I have told you earlier, after the form submission we will integrate these 2. Now how this integration can be performed, simply click on this, simply copy your webhook URL, come back to your spreadsheet, click on extension, click on add-ons, click on get add-ons, and here search for the Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on. Alright, so I'm searching for the same, and here you can see this add-on is already installed into my Gmail account. Okay, so if you are building this connection for the first time, you will always have to install this add-on firstly, and after installation you will find this add-on here. Okay, so again click on extension and you will find Pabbly Connect Webhooks add-on here. Click on initial setup, and here exactly we will paste the same webhook URL which we have received via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so let me paste the same. Okay, firstly I am going to delete the existing one, and then I have pasted the new webhook URL. Okay, now it is asking for the trigger column. Okay, so read the instruction first. The trigger column will be your final data column, on which if the data is added, the whole of the row data will be sent to the webhook URL. Okay, so basically it is asking to provide the final data column, and here our final data column is actually E. Basically it is asking to provide a column name on the submission of which this automation should trigger, or you can say the data should be sent to Pabbly Connect. Okay, so I want that whenever I am adding any data in new row, if that row is filled up to E column, this automation should trigger. Okay, so I have provided both the details. Clicked on that send test button, and here you can notice the test data has sent successfully, and here you can notice the name, the email address, the daily, basically the place and the rating. Now I am going to click on submit and close it. Here you can notice the setup configured successfully. Okay, when I will come back to Pabbly Connect, you will notice a very interesting thing, that as soon as I have clicked on send test, the response is received in Pabbly Connect. Okay, and if I will show you the details, these are the same details which we have provided at the time of form submission. Okay, so here you can notice it is the same email address, the same rating, the name of the person. We have also received the row index, we have the form name, the spreadsheet name. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that connection in between our spreadsheet, or you can say in between our Google Forms and Pabbly Connect, is working absolutely fine. So now onwards, what will happen, every time someone is going to submit this form, the details will be collected via Pabbly Connect instantly. But for that you will have to enable one more very important settings, that is, go to your extension, click on this Pabbly Connect Webhooks add-on and enable this send on event. If you will enable this option, this will ensure that every time the form is filled, the details should be sent to Pabbly Connect automatically. Okay, so I have enabled this important settings, and instantly Pabbly Connect will capture all the details. Okay, and let me tell you a very important thing, one more important thing, whenever you are working with the Google Forms and Google Sheets, make sure you work into the incognito window, or at the same time multiple Gmail accounts should not be logged in. Okay, I'm repeating this again, either you should work into the incognito window or multiple Gmail accounts should not be logged in at the same time. Okay, so coming back to my Pabbly Connect dashboard, and the first step of our automation is absolutely done. Now I want that based on the rating received, an email should be composed automatically and should be sent automatically to my customer on his email address. So how I am going to build this condition, that if I have received a negative feedback, what email should be sent, and if I have received a positive feedback, then what email should be sent. Okay, so for that, instead of applying this Gmail application directly, I will apply the same step within router. Okay, so click on this plus icon and search for the router here. Well, router is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can define different kind of conditions, that if the condition 1 is being satisfied, what should be the next step, if the condition 2 is satisfied, what should be the next step. Okay, so based on the ratings we will set up the router steps. So currently I'm going to create a scenario for only 2 conditions, so that is why I will keep route 1 and route 2 only. You can add as many as router steps as you want. Okay, so in first case I will set up this router step for the negative feedback. Okay, so if feedback received is less than 2, or you can say less than and equal to 2, in that case our first router step will be executed. Okay, if feedback received is less than and equal to 2, this particular step will be executed. And if the feedback received is greater than and equal to 2, okay, if feedback received greater than equal to 2, then the second step will be executed. Basically the different email will be sent. Okay, so how I am going to set up, you will have to click on the set filter and action step, and firstly we will define a condition within this filter. How? In the select label we will specify that on which particular segment you would like to apply the condition. Okay, so I want to apply the condition on the rating thing. Okay, so where is the rating? Okay, give us a rating. If that rating is equal to 2, okay, and I will apply the OR condition here. Okay, so if any of these two condition is satisfied, in that case our automation will proceed further. Okay, here also I have selected give us a rating, and here I will select a less than. Okay, where is less than? All right, okay, and if that rating is less than 2, so if any of these two condition is true, what will happen? Our condition will be true. Let me show you that condition is true, and if the condition is true, our this specific step will be executed further. So further, what should be the next step? So here we will apply Gmail as the action application, as an action step. Okay, so further we will compose an email based on this specific rating. Okay, so how you can do that, I'll show you everything. Select the action event, that is send email. Now just like we have built a connection in Google Forms and Pabbly Connect, now we will build a connection in Gmail and Pabbly Connect, for which click on this connect with Gmail, and then you will have to provide the access of your Gmail account. But I have built this connection for multiple times, so I can go with the existing connections only, and you can also go with the existing connection if you have already built this connection in the first time. And here you can notice my Gmail account is connected with the Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking the recipient email, the CC, BCC, sender name, and further details. Okay, so I'm going to provide the details one by one. Basically I will fill only important details here. Okay, so recipient email address is important. Now how I am going to provide the recipient email address? Remember, we have received the recipient email address here. Okay, so I am going to map the same email address here, and the interesting thing is I don't need to manually copy this email address and paste it here. If I will click on this field, you will notice the above data is visible here in the drop down. You can search, you can select that specific detail, and this is how the value will be mapped. Now you must be thinking that what is this mapping? Okay, so whatever the detail I have mapped here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. Okay, so what will happen in real time? When a new customer submitted this form, this email address will be replaced automatically with the email address of new customer. Okay, so this is how this automation is going to take place, and that is why mapping plays a major role inside this automation. I am leaving this CC BCC blank, asking for the sender name. So how about I provide the sender name as BBC? Assume that the name of the restaurant is BBCQ. Okay, you can provide any sender name as per your company name, as per your restaurant name. Okay, it should be restaurant. Okay, alright, the spelling is correct. Asking for the email subject line, so I will write something like thank you for your feedback. Okay, and I also want to add the name of the customer here. So basically I would like to personalize it. So how I can personalize this email subject now line, or how I can add the name? Okay, so again I am going to map the name from this particular data. Remember, the name was dummy user. Okay, so this is how our email subject line will look like: dummy user, comma, thank you for your feedback. Okay, asking for the reply to, I will keep it as blank only. Email content type will be plain only. And finally from here exactly I am going to compose an email. Well, in order to save time, I have already prepared a nice email, and this email will be for the negative feedback. Okay, so if you have received the feedback less than or equal to 2, we will send this particular email. Here you can notice, I'm sorry to hear that your experience with restaurant branch wasn't good. We try hard to make every experience positive. I'm going to talk to our team and fix this. Okay, I would like to send this kind of email so that my customer will be happy to hear that we actually appreciate their feedback and we take it seriously. Okay, so this is my email for the negative feedback, and I'm going to paste the same content here exactly. And let me first correct the formatting of this email. Alright, so I have corrected the formatting. Hello sir. Okay, in place of sir I can also add the name of the person, which was dummy user. Let me map the same from here, dummy. Okay, so I have selected the same, and here you can notice it has mapped, and this comma should be after the name, not before the name. Okay, so hello dummy user, thank you so much for taking the time and providing us with valuable feedback. I'm sorry to hear that your experience with the dash restaurant. Okay, I want that the branch name should be added here automatically. So let me select the same which customer has selected. So he has selected Delhi. Okay, so I have mapped the same. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that your experience with the Delhi restaurant branch wasn't good. We try hard to make every experience positive, but sometimes we miss the mark. I'm going to talk to our team and fix this. We want all customers to feel welcome and appreciated, and we are sorry that this didn't happen to you. Okay, we hope you will consider giving us another try. If so, please use this coupon for 20% discount. Sincerely, manager at BBC Restaurant. Okay, so this is how you can compose an email, and whatever the details you want that automatically should be replaced, simply map those details from the data which you have received from your customers. Okay, so I think I have provided all the data to all the fields. Now I am going to directly clicking on this button, and you will notice that how I will receive an email automatically. Alright, so here you can notice response is received and the result status is showing that the email has been sent. Let me wait for the response, basically for the email. Alright, so here you can notice the email is arrived and the subject line is same, that is dummy user. Okay, let me archive this existing message. Dummy user, thank you for feedback. Okay, let me open that. BBCQ restaurant. Hello dummy user, thank you so much for taking the time. Here you can notice the name has been replaced, the restaurant name is replaced, basically the restaurant branch is replaced, and this is how the email has been sent automatically to my customer. Okay, so in this way, if your customer is providing you a negative rating, you can compose and send an email automatically based on the rating. And now we will do a setup for the positive rating. Okay, so our first router step is done. Let me close the same, and now I will proceed with the second one. Okay, so again click on this set and filter action step, and this time in this filter step I will specify the condition for this, that is if the feedback is received is greater than equal to 2. Okay, so what will happen if the customer has provided the 3, 4 and 5 rating, this router step will be executed. Okay, so again I will select the rating column here, basically the rating option. If that rating is equal to 3 or if that rating is equal to 4, or lastly if that rating is equal to 5. Okay, I have specified 3 equal to condition. Okay, you can apply the same ratings in different way also, that is if the rating is equal to 3 or greater than equal to 3 or less than equal to 5. Okay, you can say apply the same condition in this way also, but I think this is also looking good, and this is how this step will be executed. But when this step will be executed if that condition is true. Okay, so let me select the same, and here you can notice currently it is saying the condition is false, because remember the rating we have provided this time was actually the 2 rating. Okay, so that is why our second condition is false. Okay, so here you can notice our current rating was received 2. Okay, and if I will open this particular step, I think the data has been removed. I'll have to set up. Okay, it has not got removed, we still have the data. Okay, so what will happen, the condition will be false. Still we are going to set up this because we are building a scenario that in case if the condition is true, what should be the next step. So basically again it should send an email, and this time we will set up an email for the positive feedback, okay, for the positive rating. Again select the send email and our process is going to be the same. You just need to replace the email content, okay. Again I'll go with the existing connection only. Again I will map the recipient email address from the above data. Let me search for the email address, okay. So I have mapped the email address successfully. Asking for the CC BCC, I'm going to leave it blank. Asking for the sender name, let me provide the name, that is BBCQ restaurant, okay. Asking for the email subject line, so again I will map the email address of the person which was demo user. Then I will place a comma and thank you for your feedback, okay. This is going to be the subject line for the customer, and in the content time it is going to be plain again, and here I will compose the email for the positive rating. And again I have already prepared the email for the positive rating as well. Let me copy the same and paste it here, and firstly I am going to correct the formatting and then I will show you what email I have composed. Alright, so I have corrected the spelling. Let me firstly map the customer name here, which was again dummy user. Where is the data? Alright, I have mapped it successfully. Alright, so this is my email, and again I'll have to remove this comma and place it here after the name of the customer, okay. So hi dummy user, thank you so much for taking the time to send this. Everyone here love to know that our customers enjoy what we do. We are glad that you loved our restaurant and the service. We are always trying our best to make your experience memorable, and we are glad that we have achieved it. Thank you again. We are looking forward to making your experience even better in future. Best and manager at BBC Restaurant, okay. So now I have successfully composed an email for the positive rating as well. I'll be directly clicking on this button save and send test request, and you will notice that I will receive a new email. Alright, so here you can notice I have received one more email, that is dummy user, thank you for your feedback. I think I have not applied the correct subject line. Thank you for you, it should be thank you for your feedback. Don't worry, I will correct it, okay. Hi dummy user, thank you so much for taking the time, and here you can notice it is the same email. So this is how now onwards every time your customer is providing you a feedback, based on the feedback received you can compose an email and send to your customers accordingly. And here you can define as many as condition as you want. Currently I have defined only two condition. One is for the less than or equal to feedback, and another is for the greater than and equal to. I think it should not be equal to. Let me rename it once again. It should be 3. Because if I have received the 2 rating, this step, the first step is going to execute, okay. So let me update it, and let me also cross check whether I have applied the correct condition or not once again, okay. So yes, it is correct, and these 3 conditions are for the 3, 4 and 5 rating, okay. So this is how you can automate the email sending process to your customers automatically whenever they are providing any kind of feedback to you. So let me show you how this automation will work in real time. Firstly, I am going to delete all the existing emails. Basically I am archiving it, okay. And now I am going to again submit this form, and this time I will provide some positive rating in front of you. Alright, so this time I have provided the name as demo user. The email address is also different, that is admin@pablitudes.com, and this time I have selected the restaurant branch as Gurgaon, and finally I have applied the rating as 5. Now I am going to submit this form, and you will notice that the email will be received based on my rating, okay. So currently I have provided the 5 rating. Let me wait, and here you can notice the email is arrived, and this time the name of the person is demo user. Thank you for your feedback, and hi demo user. And here you can notice it is the same positive email which we have composed at the time of our automation creation, our workflow creation. So this is how this automation will work in real time automatically. And in order to automate this process, you need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect only once. once. After that, you can sit back and relax because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. And just in case if you want to access this automation, I will also attach the link of my automation of my workflow into the description box. Okay, so you just need to click on that link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access the same workflow which I have created in front of you in your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.